Happy Saturday. It is snowing again and I thought I was off the hook this morning. Just feed the animals and then enjoy the snowy day with the kids. However, I have been on baby goat watch with Flopsy for about a week and a half, 2 weeks now. And her ligaments are gone this morning. Good morning, Dolly. Her udder started filling up about a week ago, and I've been checking her ligaments every day, and I came down to do chores this morning and her ligaments were totally gone. So we are gonna get her stall ready and get her separated from the herd. She's actually in this stall with everyone right now because I was giving them grain and giving Dolly grain and just gotta keep everyone separate. Morning, Flopsy. See her big old belly coming out of there? Giant belly. Udder filling. And her ligaments, I can actually, well, she may not. So it's gonna be hard to get this on film without help, but I can actually put my fingers completely, oops. Okay, I've got her up in the stanchion. I may be able to show you now. When you know a goat and a cow too is about ready to kid or calve is when their ligaments are totally soft. You can see I can actually put my fingers completely around her tail. They're almost touching. Well, hello. You want some attention, Miss Moonbeam? And I can do that. I can do that with her now. I need to get this stall completely ready for her to kid, which means fresh hay, fresh water, fresh food, and separate her from the herd in case she kids today. And it of course is snowing, which makes my job a little bit harder because that means most of the animals are going to want to stay in the barn today and not give me space to get my work done. I'm actually a little surprised she's already ready to kid. Well, her pregnancy tests, the urine ones, which are obviously not very accurate, came back negative. I did it 3 or 4 different times. But I still really thought she was pregnant anyway, so I've just been watching her every single day because I've watched her belly grow, and now I've watched her udder fill, and of course, now her ligaments are soft. So now we know that blood testing for pregnancy is much more accurate than urine testing for pregnancy. Somebody laid an egg. Let's see who it is. Well, my, aren't we proud? But it looks like there's someone else laying an egg too. So we'll just have to wait to see what's under there. I already collected 3 eggs from right here this morning, so there'll be 2 more in there in just a minute. I cannot find my pitchfork anywhere, so I guess I'm just gonna have to carry fresh bedding with my arms. Excuse me, Dolly. Excuse me. I'm so glad I'm comfortable around this cow because I have to get pretty close to her. The one annoying thing is I'm using hay for the fresh bedding in that stall, which means they're gonna follow me in there because they think I'm feeding them. I'm gonna let you in just a second. You're wondering why you're out there. You just happened to get stuck. And you guys are wondering why you're in here. Mama. And you're supposedly pregnant too. But I don't expect babies from Moonbeam till mid-April. That's kind of when I thought they would come for Flopsy here, but I wasn't positive because there was this one time she could have been bred through the fence, and I think that's what happened. stall looks nice and clean now. It wasn't too bad to begin with, but I want it perfectly fresh bedding before she kids. Okay, Miss Talkative. I'll open the door. Why do y'all even... I guess you don't like the snow either because you've been spoiled a little. The last thing I'm gonna do is put a big bucket of water in her stall so she has fresh water all day. Okay, Mommy, you ready to go in there? You're gonna be by yourself. Flopsy doesn't mind being by herself a little. Moonbeam gets bothered when anyone is not in the right place. You hear her? She's like, what is going on? Why is Flopsy going in there? Y'all may be wondering why I'm separating Flopsy out as well. There's a few reasons. I don't want her to have the babies out in the pasture because it's very wet and cold. I don't think she would anyway because goats don't like rain or snow very much. But I also don't want her to kid in the barn area because it's pretty dirty. It's not filthy, but it's just not a real conducive place for having babies. And then if I let all the goats in here, it'll get dirty really fast. And if I leave that door open so she can have access to the stall, then honestly Dolly and Brownie will come in here and hang out, and they make messes really fast. So her udder isn't like exploding full, but I've never seen it that big. So I don't know, I've never seen her in milk. I don't know how big her udder gets, but I do know that her ligaments are basically totally gone. Then again, I don't know what her ligaments are like when they're gone, so it could still be a couple days. We'll just keep checking on her and giving her time with the herd as needed. If this was Moonbeam, I'm not sure that I would keep her totally separated because it would stress her out so much, but you can see Flopsy. Flopsy doesn't really care. So I wanted to show you guys real quick what it's like when a goat's ligaments aren't soft. So I can't, there's like two pencil shaped tight ligaments right here, and I cannot go any farther than, you see my thumbs? I can't go any farther than that. If you recall Flopsy, I could put my fingers almost touching around her tail. Let's see if that chicken finished laying her egg. Well, you finished, but now there's someone else there. Miss Lavy. This is Lavy because she's a lavender color and she lays this beautiful pale pink egg. Brownie, what are you doing? You're gonna scratch your chin, huh? Well, that's the one way to do it. Since I was pretty sure that Moonbeam was pregnant and I was pretty sure that Flopsy was pregnant, I've been doing a couple other things to prepare them to kid. I have been giving them supplemental grain every day, which just gives them extra energy to grow their baby. Usually do that about the last month of their pregnancy. My goats always have access to free choice hay, fresh clean water, minerals, baking soda, but another thing I do, not only because this is just something we have to do in the area we live in, but my goats get this every month, selenium and E, but I also am very diligent about giving it to my pregnant goats. The reason being is that it reduces the chance of something called floppy goat syndrome, which I don't know much about it because I haven't had to deal with it yet. But basically sometimes goat kids are born and they can't walk or stand very well and their legs are all floppy. And it's because they are selenium deficient. She's already had this in the past, like 2 weeks. You give it every month. So I know I don't have to do that to prepare for her birth. What do you think about Flopsy having babies any day? That's exciting, huh? Do you think we should milk her and Dolly?
I'd milk her.
You want to milk her? Okay, we'll see. Do you think we're going to get to see the birth like we did with Lovey? Do you really want to? I mean, it could be tomorrow, honestly. It could, I mean, Mommy, I could just be totally off and it could still be a few more days. But we'll just keep checking her. We have a lot of home days the next few days, so I think, unless it's in the middle of the night, we'll catch her in labor.
Can I sleep with her if it's the middle of the night?
No.
And she looks like she's going to have her babies?
We'll have to talk to Daddy about that. Maybe you and Daddy could go down there and sleep. It's really clean. I think I'll go down and check on her in just a bit. You just checked on her, right?
An hour ago.
You think it's been a whole hour? It's really lovely having a daughter or daughters that can help with the farm chores, and the boys do too, but I can send the girls down here to check on Flopsy. I'm wanting to check on her every hour just because goats do not really like being separated from the herd. They have herd mentality. So I just want her to get some extra attention today while we're waiting for the big event, since it could even be a couple days before it happens. Nobody's in here. How's it going, Mama? Hey, sweet girl. Give you some loving. Another sign too is she's kind of like caved in on the sides right here. I don't think that that's like an immediate sign of labor, but it's kind of hard to see it. But she's like sunken in right there and right there. But the ligaments are a sure sign that it's going to be soon. Guess below how many babies Miss Flopsy's going to have. It'll be a fun game. I'm guessing 2. 2 little babies in there. That's what I think. What do you think, Miss Flopsy? She's so sweet. I love this goat. Goats are a lot of work. A lot of work. More work than cows. But I really love this one. I love you. Can you say it's another great day on the homestead? We'll see you guys in the next video, hopefully with baby goats.